why somebody is not able to have a baby. Why are you having infertility? So we will look and see what infertility is. Why are people having infertility? Including the different causes, but also we'll be looking at the risk factors that could lead to infertility, as well as looking at how we could manage your issue of not being able to conceive a baby. So if you are having this problem, or you may know of somebody who may be having this problem, I encourage that you stay throughout this video. We are going to break down that information right here on this platform at the Go JB Health Show. My name is JB. I am a family practitioner who enjoy this great job, the job of educating people to begin to understand why somebody is not able to have a baby. We need to understand the pathophysiology. Again, remember what I do is teaching you to be the mechanic of your body. So if you want to understand why this person is not able to have a baby, you got to understand how this whole system, the reproductive system, how it works. This is what we are about to do right now. First of all, if you want to have a baby, if you want to conceive a baby, you need some very fundamental organs or, process or whatever you want to call it. Number one, you need to have eggs. Number two, you need to have something that is called a fallopian tube, which is the tube that the eggs passes through. And number three, you are going to need some very good old sperm. We're going to look at every single one of those things and see why and how they could cause you or they could prevent you from having a baby. As we get older, it is harder for us to conceive because there is a decrease in the level of these hormones. Remember, these hormones help us to control that ovulation process. So if you don't ovulate, that means you are not going to have a baby. So you need to ovulate. Now, if we talk about the egg, we gotta talk about the ovary, the sacs that hold those eggs. The thing is, if you have problem with your ovaries, obviously that could cause you to not able to ovulate or to not able to properly ovulate. Now, if I have like ovarian cyst or anything that is affecting the ovary, it could prevent me from ovulating. It could prevent me from releasing those eggs. And remember, if I can't release an egg, I will not get pregnant. I could try everything that I can, but if I'm not able to release that egg, I will not be getting pregnant. That's why, at some point when you get older, you go to menopause because you go where those hormone levels, they drop. Then you are not producing those eggs. You're not releasing those eggs. So it's because of decrease in your female hormones. That's what's happening. Now, once you release the egg has to go through the fallopian tube. So this tube's there, that's the tube that carries the egg. So the egg could be fertilized. So that means the egg can meet a sperm and create a little fetus. So if you have problem with your fallopian tube, you have any type of blockage. This is why some people, a way of birth control is actually tying your tube. I don't know if you heard of that. But when they tie your tube, it means the egg is not able to travel. When it's released, it's not able to go through to come and meet up with a sperm. So therefore, you need to have a good fallopian tube. And also, when that egg comes down there, when it's released, it has to meet a very good, strong sperm. This is why don't ever look at infertility issue in a couple as it is just the woman. A lot of the time we are very ready and quick to judge a woman. The thing is, it's not always the woman because we will need to have a strong sperm that meet up with that egg. It could be the problem that your partner does not have that strong sperm to meet up with that egg. Some of the things that could be risk factors are number one, age. Number two, your weight. Number three, some environmental factors, such as if you are in an environment where there's some type of pesticides, sometimes they could affect your ability to conceive a baby. Number four, you're looking at things like if you are drinking alcohol. And number five, if you're smoking.